Am I
Do I
so?
look okay?
You look
Am I?
fabulous. Okay, we're live. We are live. Now let me go on and make sure, Robin. I'm so excited. I am so excited. I went on, Robin, by the way, I didn't tell you. We are really live now, but I didn't tell you I went on about 15 minutes before and I was telling everybody to go grab somebody. So y'all, if you there, grab
Oh,
a friend, tag a friend, call a friend, text a friend, tag them in your notes, let them know that the one and only Robin Winston is with us this morning. Oh my God, I'm so excited. If y'all don't know about this queen, I don't know where you've been. She is on the news. You can't miss her. Not this beauty right here. Oh my God. And she's our area very own. So before I get into that, you guys, I'm going to start off, as I always do, just sharing with you who I am for those of you who don't know me. We are at Sheryl Grand Enterprises. I started this platform as a way to really showcase Black women who are just walking in their power.
yeah.
And we are here to highlight both the journey and the success stories of these professionals and entrepreneurs of color. And we want to explore all the important and necessary information to help guide, inspire, encourage all aspiring business owners and professionals of color. We want to equip them with specific concrete examples, tools, tips, and tricks to lead them toward their own success, not only in business, but in life. Are you ready to get fit? Are you ready to get fit? And in case you don't know what FIT stands for, FIT is an acronym that I came up with. And I actually went through my own transformational journey. And what I came up with was FIT. FIT stands for faith, intuition, and tenacity.
Mm,
It really is about a journey that I took along my life's path that helped me to get where I am today. And so when we are talking to Robin today, we're going to be focused on, are you fit? Are you fit? Because right now, your mental mind is more important than anything else.
oh,
When you're mentally sound,
yeah,
you can do anything, but you got to get your mind right first.
that's
If you're
right.
not thinking right, then you won't take the right actions or the right steps, and you keep running into walls, and you don't have to. There is a method. There is a method to this life we're living, and fit is the answer. I'm telling you, I've applied it to everything in my life, and it works. You got to, like anything, it's a muscle. You got to work it. Faith, intuition, and tenacity. Without further ado, I want to say to you, we're here to talk fit. We're here to talk fit with the one and only Robin Winston. And I want to do a little bit of background and share with you about Robin for those of you who have not been watching her every morning. Robin Winston is the morning news and traffic anchor on the KRON 4 News in San Francisco. She earned her bachelor's degree in radio and television broadcast journalism at San Francisco State University and immediately proceeded to work in a fast paced news business. And we all know the news business is very fast paced.
Yeah.
Rockman started her broadcasting career in 2003 at Total Traffic
Mhm.
Networks, a Clear Channel and iHeart Media company, as a radio traffic reporter. She has graced the airwaves for 17 beautiful years for stations like 102.9 KBLX, KGO 810 AM, Sirius XM, KFOG, KSAN, KALW, and KRON 4 News, and more. Passionate about her career, Robin's transition from radio to television was a natural fit. She joined KRON 4 News in 2007 as a traffic anchor, transitioned to weather forecasting, and most importantly, was promoted to news anchor. You can watch Robin on air every weekday morning. She anchors the 4 a.m. newscast and covers the traffic from 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. In her spare time, Robin also serves as a personal mentor for a number of young broadcasting students. It gives me so much great pride and joy and pleasure to
Aw.
have this amazing queen with us today. Hello, Robin Winston.
Hello, sunshine. And let me just start off by saying thank you so much for this invitation. Thank you for your positive energy. And thank you for allowing me to be on your show and sharing your platform. It means a lot, and I truly appreciate it.
Oh my God, Robin, thank you. I have to tell you guys, sometimes have you ever heard the old expression, like you never meet a stranger? Well, I'm kind of like one of those people. I'm a people person. And I've been seeing Robin. As a matter of fact, Robin, I saw your pictures plastered with my photographer and your photographer.
Shout out to Jennifer. She's amazing. She's a sweetheart. We love Jennifer.
Not amazing. I actually was introduced to her by Armand Carr.
Shout out to Armand. Yes.
Armand did pictures on a beach, and I was like, "Ooh, Armand, I love that." And so, as a result, I've been working with her ever since, and pretty much exclusive because she always delivers. But I only saw you in pictures, like I saw, but then I felt like I knew you. And one day, I'm gonna tell my business right now, so don't y'all talk. I was at Winston Bloom, minding my business, doing what grown folks do, having a little pie, and I happened to look over, and I'm thinking, God, she's gorgeous. And then she happened to look over at me. I'm not sure what she thought, but we were like, I think I know you. I think I know you. And then we came on, and you guys, as soon as I saw her, I had to ask her, are you going to be on my platform? I need you on my platform. And she said yes.
I said, absolutely.
She did not hesitate. She hugged. Did we hug?
Yes, yes, we did.
Was it COVID? I can't remember.
I think we weren't supposed to, but we were so excited to see each other, and I was so excited to see you in person. I was like, Sheryl.
I know, it's so hard with the COVID thing. I mean, I know. And I really do practice all the precautionary measures, but every once in a while, I literally forget. That was one of those moments.
It's a change of lifestyle. Like the whole pandemic and the coronavirus has completely changed the way we live, the way we socialize, the way we think, how we plan. It has completely changed everything about life. So it takes some getting used to. I saw some folks the other day who hadn't seen each other in a while, and they were about to shake hands, and then they forgot. They go, oh, but you think about what you do naturally, like shaking a hand or giving a hug, and not being able to do that and having to stop yourself in your tracks. It feels weird. That's our new lifestyle, and that's what we're supposed to do. But it's the opposite of who we are. So it's a huge change for everybody.
It is, and I can't wait. Oh my God, I'll be glad when Rona is gone.
Yes. Well, they have a vaccine. Hopefully we'll start getting it soon. So we are closer and closer. But the researchers and the scientists,
vaccine, but I'm gonna tell you,
they're working hard.
I'm gonna do everything else. I try to do other things like natural herbs and doing things to clean out my like yellow dock tea. I don't know if you've ever heard of burdock tea, and I try to do all those natural things to make sure that my insides are definitely cleansed, and water, and drinking lots of water.
Lots of water.
Yes. But with that said, Robin, I really brought you on today because we want to hear about you. The world needs to hear about you. You are as a news anchor, and I know the struggles that we as women, especially women of color, have faced in many fields, not just in broadcasting, but in tech, in the medical field, in the financial field, just trying to really break that black glass ceiling. Before you jump that, I'd like to know, first of all, what are you passionate about? And how did what was it about broadcasting that led you?
So when I was growing up, a little girl in Oakland, in West Oakland, with my mother and my grandmother. Shout out to West Oakland.
Where are you from?
That's right. That's right. Born and raised. And a lot of people don't think that or know that for some reason. I'm like always shouting out Oakland, always saying I'm from Oakland and West Oakland. But yeah, born and raised. And my mother and my grandmother, you know how you sit and watch TV with grandma? Like my mom and my grandma used to watch the news all the time. So instead of a kid, being a normal kid and watching cartoons, I was always watching the news. Right. And I went from hating it and being forced to watch it because they were watching it to actually enjoying it and asking questions and admiring the people that I saw, the anchors, the reporters out there in the field and covering the stories and the fires and the breaking news. And I thought to myself, that looks really fun. That looks really interesting. And I think I'd like to do that. And I also love to write. So as I got older, I never lost interest in the news. I love being, a writer and writing poetry. And I always did well in my English classes. And I thought, how can I put, wanting to be on TV, combine that with the love of writing? And then I thought about journalism and broadcasting. And I was thinking, I think I'm going to go for it. It just came to me one day. I was watching the news. It hit me out of the blue. And I said, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm going to go for. And I just started studying, what colleges in the Bay Area were best known for broadcasting and had the best journalism departments and programs. And I started looking into that. And so before I graduated from high school, shout out to Oakland Tech. That's where I went to high school. OT High, Bulldogs. And so before I graduated from high school, I said, I want to be a journalist and eventually a news anchor. So I started applying. I applied to San Francisco State, which is one of the best schools in the Bay Area for broadcast journalism.
Wow, I
They
didn't
have a
know
great, so for any young people listening, if you want to study broadcasting and journalism, whether it's being in front of the camera or being behind the camera, because there's so many levels to journalism and broadcasting, right? You have the people behind the scene, the directors, the producers, and then you also have the reporters and the anchors and the meteorologists. And there's so much that you can do. But San Francisco State is one of the best schools in the Bay Area. They have an amazing broadcasting program. It's very hands-on. They have a TV station. And so once I found that out, I was like, sign me up. I'm in. I want to go to San Francisco State. So that's where the journey began, just from watching the news, admiring the people on TV, loving to write, and, doing well in English and journalism in high school. And from there, I just decided to pursue it. And 17 years later, here I am.
Wow, that's so powerful at a very young age.
Yeah.
To know that, like, to have that intuition that this is what I want to do. I love this. Like, that is really a beautiful gift. So that's your passion now. This is
absolutely.
You're living your passion every single day, which is an absolute beautiful thing to do. I'd like to ask you, though, in all honesty, like, what? I love to hear people's passion, but I think that there is something very magical when we share the journey, because everything is not like, we want to make it all rosy and crystal clear. And most journeys are not. Most journeys have some, thorns in them, some broken glass you got to get over, or get over, or what have you. What is your biggest challenges, and how did you overcome them, especially in your field? How many Black women are there that are news anchors?
Well, now these days we have more and more. And that's one great thing about the Bay Area is you can turn on any station here in the Bay Area and you'll see different ethnicities, women of color reporting, producing, directing, journalists, anchors. And so that's a great thing about living here in the Bay Area. We're a big melting pot, and we're seeing that more and more. But what was the question you asked about how the journey started?
Yeah, no, not how the journey started, but I would love to know something that you had to overcome, and how did you overcome it? And
what did I have to overcome? I didn't have any outrageous, crazy battles. I think one personal struggle that I've dealt with over the years was the battle and the journey of comfort. So I originally wanted to be a news anchor, right? So when I first started 17 years ago, I started off as a traffic reporter on the radio. And I had so much fun doing that. And I sort of forgot about the long-term goal. So here I am, I go from internship to getting my first job on the radio as a traffic reporter. And I did that for so long because it was so fun. It was such a cool job. I was directing helicopters and working for different stations. I was doing traffic for KVLX and KGO, and I had all these different stations I was working for. And I was like, this is cool. My foot's in the door. But then you have to ask yourself, what is your long-term goal? And so I forgot about wanting to be a TV news anchor and work in television because radio was so fun. So I had to sort of slap myself after about 5 years of doing it. And people kept asking, so what's next? What are you going to do now? Was radio your thing? Is that what you always wanted to do? And I said, no, television. And they said, well, why aren't you working in TV? I was like, because this is so much fun. But there is, you can become stagnant in your comfort. And sometimes things can be fun and things can be going well. But even after you make those accomplishments, you have to continue to push yourself. So I did that. I made the transition from radio to TV. And then I became a traffic reporter on TV. And then that was going well. And I was like, okay, well, what are you going to do now? And then they asked, hey, would you like to be a weather forecaster? So I said, no, I don't think I can do that. Weather and meteorology, that's a little too complicated. So we don't want to go there and do that. But I gave it a try. It was very scary. And I did that. After doing traffic and then weather, the next thing was becoming an anchor. And someone was like, hey, why don't you give it a try? You've been here a long time. You're doing a great job. Isn't being an anchor what you really want to do? And I said, yes, but I'm not ready. I need a little more time. So I would always hold myself back in every little bit of growth. And I would sort of stay in that comfort and just be happy with that level that I reached at the time. but I was the person that was holding myself back. So this 17-year journey, you know, shouldn't have taken 17 years, but you know, we all go through our process, right? Some people can get to the mountain quickly, some others take a different route. So my route was a very long one, you know, 17 years ago, but I had to constantly remind myself that when you accomplish something and you reach that level, it's okay to celebrate and stay there and be happy and thank God for it. But what's next? So you have to continue to push yourself, but I never wanted to. I was so happy and thankful just being there. And so I held myself back in every position. Every position I told myself, you know, just stay here, just be happy with that. You've come a long way. So this is okay. You know, just be happy, just stay here. And so that battle was never with other people. It was always with myself.
There's
Absolutely.
so much power that she just said in that. And by the way, Bridget Kane said, you're also good at modeling.
Hi, Bridget. Bridget has a wonderful clothing store in downtown Oakland and a great fashion line. Shout out to Bridget.
On Sheryl Grant, Bridget.
Absolutely. She has some beautiful items.
I'm going to have my stylist, who, by the way, is my daughter, and she is amazing.
She does a great job.
Makeup and hair, and her name is Nichelle B. So you guys, please reach out to her on
Can
Instagram.
she style me? Can
yes!
She hook me up?
Nichelle, I got you a client. She's amazing. No, I'm going to have her call you after
Seriously,
this.
I'm so serious.
And she's very creative. Like, she pushes me out of my comfort zone. But she is also my stylist. So definitely we need to get with you, Bridget. But I wanted to get back to what you just said, because that was so powerful. And if anybody is listening, please do take notes and ask questions. This is an opportunity for you to learn too. We're coming here. She took time out of her schedule to come here to share with you so that we can empower you, so we can equip you with tips and tricks so you can go out and live your best life. We all need help. I'm a coach. I have a coach. And it's all about your ability to really tap into the information that's being shared. She shared something, and I think we've all been there. You've been on this journey like we are now in life, and all of a sudden we've operated, and I'm going to be the first to say, for me, I don't think the old world ever worked for us, people of color. I think we just acquiesced because it's just the way the things were. Now that things have bubbled up and some things have been brought to the awareness of others, I think it's a beautiful thing. But here goes. It's also shaken the ground right underneath us and left a lot of us feeling less than capable. But here, that's the lie. Because what you just said was about your ability. You couldn't see like your next move. You were comfortable. We were all comfortable, and there gets a point in life where it's time for you to push yourself to the next level. And now is that time. And I think the universe is truly sending a message, Robin. Like, you waited for somebody to come along and remind you, but I think the universe is shaking us all up and saying, okay, we're better people. And what are you going to do now? And what steps are you going to take? And I'd like to understand, did you just, like, somebody just came to you and you realized you were standing in your way and then you went after it and it opened? Or when you opened yourself up to it, how did that work? Once you open yourself, the opportunities came? How did the transition?
You have to be, and I'm a very spiritual person. I won't get super religious. I don't want to offend anyone. But I'm very
spiritual too.
So I'm
very spiritual. I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. I am too. So, like you said, it's never to offend anybody. Just what I believe. I'm 100%.
But you know, my mom taught me to always listen to the voice of peace. Right? Sometimes that comes from within. Sometimes it comes from above. Sometimes it can come through people, individuals. Someone can say something. There can be a certain situation that only you will understand. So as I look back over everything that has happened, there was always this one little thing, this one little comment, this one little spirit that came over me that said, now it's time to move. You know, and so you have to be in tune to that. You have to listen to that. And like I said, no one was holding me back or doing anything to me to keep me from excelling and succeeding. It was always me. But every time it's time to move, to make that transition, to do a little better, to push a little harder, there's going to be a voice or a situation or a person that will do or say something that only you can understand, because that message, that word, in that moment, it's so clear and there's so much peace. Listen to your intuition. That's right. Exactly. It's that spiritual intuition. You have to listen to that. And when that spirit and that voice tells you it's time to move, there's so much peace and comfort in that. And I always find peace and comfort in my transitions. So I may get a little comfortable. I may hang around for a little while, but when it's time to go, when it's time for a new challenge, and that peace comes over me, that voice says, okay, now move, or now this is the opportunity, or listen to that person, then there you go. That's when you know it's time.
God,
there is no confusion in it, right?
Because what I teach in my programs is about how to tap into that, because a lot of times we're so busy doing that we're not being. We get caught up in doing. I'm doing this, I have this to-do list, and not being. Like, who are you being in the process? Is what you're doing resonating with you?
That's right.
Feel good about what you're doing. If you're not, that's your intuition talking to you, like, that's a no.
Yep, that's
no.
right.
It never lies to you. It's always
never.
You have to learn. And for me, Robin, one of the things that I've incorporated in my daily practices is meditation and prayer. But I set up an ancestral altar,
okay,
in which I sage and I love crystals and stones, but it's a way of clearing my space and really paying homage and really getting centered, because I think there's so much noise in the air. And then not only we got our family, we got friends, we got bills, we got jobs, we have all this stuff.
It's a lot.
We have to sometimes just quiet the mind and really listen to what God's telling, because he always, like always. So everything you're saying is very empowering for me, like speaking my language, girl.
Yeah, and as women, as Black women, we carry so much on our shoulders. You know, like we are the backbone of our communities, and we have so much responsibility, but we can't forget about our mental health and our own peace from within. We can't help our community, our sons, our husbands, our children, unless we take care of ourselves, because we're so used to, as history has shown us, making everyone else a priority. But sometimes we are cracking and shattering from within because we're trying to hold the family and the community on our shoulders. So as I've gotten older, I've understood the importance of peace. You know what I mean? That self-peace, that self-awareness and understanding. You can't take care of yourself. You can't take care of everyone else unless you take care of your mental, your spirit, your mind. That is so important.
I was just having this conversation with somebody the other day, and like right now, you got me rocking, girl. That means
like you're in church.
When I start doing like this, you know, my spirit is talking to me. I was talking to somebody the other day about truly how life comes at you. So, for example, so you're driving down the street and your tire pops and it's a flat tire. Then all of a sudden, you open your door and somebody comes and nicks your door. And then you walk down the street and you might stumble and hit your toe. So you have these series of things that have happened. But what we tend to do is embody them. We hold them in our spirit without releasing them. And then they become overwhelming. And like you said, after a point in time, something that has nothing to do with anything will hit and you will burst. And you don't even understand, like, where is it all coming from? It's all that stuff you've been carrying. It's my girl Erica Badu, bag lady, don't hurt yourself. Carry your own bag. Okay, I won't sing, y'all.
No, you're right. You're right.
Some things you gotta release and let go, and especially for our mental health. But right now, more than anything, I keep going back to your mind. I started off with fit. Fit is a mental construct. If you don't keep your mind right, then you put yourself in vulnerability to a lot of things that are necessary. And what you think, so it is. So we can either think, you know, they say whether you dream of $1 million or a dollar, it's all energy. The universe doesn't know the difference. It's going to get you whatever you ask for.
That's right.
So the more you speak about your problems, queens, hear me, queens, if you're listening right now, if you listen later, hear me loud and clear. You are your thoughts.
That's so true.
You are your thoughts. So whatever you're thinking about, you will manifest. It's a law of attraction. So you really do have to be mindful. And I think one of the things that sounds to me in listening to you, Robin, that you have a strong intuition and you've always tapped into it. Because when you do, that just really exudes your success and why you have been so phenomenal and why you radiate the way you do, because you do know you radiate.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's taking all of those, you know, sometimes we can get stuck in we have experiences and they may be hurtful or they may be negative, but I try and envision those experiences as little building blocks, right?
Right.
They're little rocks. So you take all of those little rocks and you put them under your feet and you stand on them. And at every obstacle, every problem, you are building your foundation. It is making you stronger and stronger and stronger. So we can't look at all the things that come against us and go, this is breaking me. We can't let it break us. It has to build us. Those experiences and those hardships are a part of who we are. And if we don't go through them, then we're not going to be able to get to our journey. We're not going to have the strength to get to our journey because those obstacles are making us stronger. And a lot of people don't understand that. So let's bring it on. Bring on the problems and the issues, because that's building my foundation.
Yes, it is. And oh my God, you guys, if you're not getting these notes of wisdom, you're just dropping them left and right. And they're what's so ironic about them for us as human beings is they're so simple that sometimes we overlook them.
Yeah.
But there's so much power in everything she just said. Every time a brick comes at you, rather than running from the brick and going, oh, life has sent me another brick. You pick that brick up and put it on. Pretty soon you're gonna have enough to build a wall.
That's right.
And that wall is gonna protect you from everything you need. Every lesson is an opportunity for growth. It really matters. Even this one. Everything we do in life,
everything.
No mistakes. There's only opportunities. Yeah. Did you learn and grow? I say glow and grow. Oh my God, Robin, you are.
I think we're having church in here today.
Yeah, girl, please do ask questions. This is meant to be interactive. This is so that you can start off your Thursday. We are in the month of December. I'm going to tell you right now, this is the last month of the year. 2020 is over. And a lot of people have been saying, Robin, oh my God, I can't wait for 2020 to be over. I hate 2020. So my attitude is just the opposite. I thank God for slowing me down. For me, really being able to prioritize what's really important to me and get rid of those things that were in the way of me being able to see it and get real with myself. Yeah. And I hope that everybody out there has been taking this opportunity to do the same thing and to look at it and say, okay, so if that didn't work, then what is going to work?
Right.
Because there's always something else that's going to work. And if this is a time, this is the universe's way of telling you what's next for you.
Yeah. And it also teaches us how to value our families and friends. Like during this pandemic and not being able to see people and spend Thanksgiving and Christmas and, take a vacation and spend time with family and friends, like it has made me value life and my family even more. Like this year, my family within the last year, my family had it pretty rough. We lost maybe 6 people in our family, 6 deaths back to back, to like every couple of months, someone was passing away just constantly. Yeah. Then it was church family. And then it was, no, not due to COVID, but just, we had all of those deaths and then COVID hit. So you're losing family and now you're in the middle of a pandemic and you can't be with family. And so that's rough. Right? You know what I mean? You have this loss of life. And then all of a sudden you have the pandemic that hits. And so now you can't be with family when they're sick. You can't go to funerals. So we've had people who passed away whose funerals we weren't able to attend, because of COVID. But it makes you appreciate life so much more. It has slowed us down in a way, in some ways, where of course this is very tragic and we've lost life, but it has also made us appreciate one another. It makes me appreciate my family and friends even more because, life is so precious. Life is so precious. And this pandemic has hit us really hard. Really hard.
Right, and you're right. And I think one of the things, even for me, like you said, the value of connection. Connection is everything to me. I'm a people person. And so to not be able to have that connection, let's let alone with your family, this thing's very weird for me. I didn't go see my mom. I stayed at home alone. My kids did come over later, but that's another story. I didn't tell them to, but anyway, they came anyway. It was very, very quiet, but I found so much gratitude in it. Rather than being sad, I looked at it as an opportunity. What are we going to create next year? And how is it going to be better? And there's always alternate ways in which we could support each other even during these times. Yes, it's hard. Yes, we're all making sacrifices. But it's also about what are you doing with the time that you have? And even in those quiet moments, like even with my mom, because I know she wants to see me, I just basically, we're going to be together. We'll be together again soon. We just need to give each other a little time until we get through this little in this little transition.
Right.
And you, for the loss of your family, I'm going to say there's nothing like a death, less alone one death. To have 6 back to back,
Yeah.
mentally, I can't even process that. Death is one of those things that we all
It's tough.
we
It's
all
very
know
tough.
that it's coming one day somewhere, but it's always hard to get through. So
Absolutely.
my heart goes out to you, and then to see your face here and still be bubbly and smiling and talking about faith and talking about your intuition is just very powerful. And I hope that the listeners out there are really getting the gist of what we're trying to say to you as you're living your life and you're traveling through your triumphs, or you're traveling through your
shout out to Frank.
Yes. Yes. Hey, Frank. I want to say, continue to keep your head up, take lessons from what we're saying, make sure that it applies to you and how you're navigating. So for you, what do you see is next for you? Do you have a next, or can you share a next? Or
I do have a next.
That wasn't on the question list, but
I do have a next. I'll just say you have to wait and see.
Okay.
I will be making an announcement soon, very big announcement. Making a huge. A huge announcement, and we talked about transitions and stagnation, and I've hit another point in my life where I know that another transition is coming. So I will say that much, but I'm excited. I'm very excited. So give me a little more time and I'll make an official announcement. But I'm at that point in my life where I have to continue to push myself outside of that comfort zone. Yeah.
Well, I'm proud of you, Robin, because what you're saying to me and every other beautiful Black queen out there is that, life is stepping stones.
It is.
You pay your dues and then you move on to the next. And you are never stuck. You are never, ever stuck.
Never. No matter how stuck you think you are, how
never stuck.
Yeah, absolutely.
In the choice. And the choice is yours. Yeah. You're not stuck in a relationship.
Get out of your own way.
Yes.
Get out of your own way.
And put yourself around people that are like-minded.
Oh, yeah.
Who can empower you, who will also try to help you get there. Anybody that's discouraging you, I'm going to just tell you, you need to take a second look. You need to be around people that tell you what you need to do or how you can do what you want to do. I am a firm believer that your network is your net worth. So make sure you are around people that equally believe in your dreams.
Absolutely.
If someone's always killing your dreams, it's maybe not time that your dream is bad. Maybe they need to go. I'm just...
Yes. Absolutely.
Because you live your best life.
You need that strong foundation. You have to surround yourself with positive people. If not, you're going to find yourself stuck and not accomplishing your dreams. So yeah, you got to do that for yourself. Do it for yourself. Absolutely. Yeah. Hey, Jennifer. Love Jennifer.
That queen and oh my God, I don't know what I would do without that.
Jennifer. She's amazing. Not only is she professional and she does her job, but she's such a sweetheart. She has such a calming, supportive spirit. Speaking of, we just talked about surrounding ourselves, right, with people who are positive and people who can push us. It's like we came to Jennifer needing professional help with photography and stuff like that, but she's so much more. And you need people like that in your life. Absolutely. She's an angel.
I told her she is a part of my tribe, and she knows it. She really is. And ever since day one, she's always had my back, and she's always been there, and she's my protector. And she's always there to give me insight and encourage me and to push me even further in what I'm doing on my platform. So we love you, Jennifer Marvin, and we appreciate you. And I really am. Robin, I really am so honored to be with you today. You don't even understand. For me, it means everything. I just have this mantra in my mind. Like, I don't believe if I see somebody else winning, it just gives me permission. Like, you're winning too. And so I love seeing you on that camera, girlfriend.
Thank you.
I love seeing you shine your light for the world to see, because I know together we can always shine brighter. And I really have a mission this year. My goal, Robin, is to reach over 50 million women. And guess what? I'm so confident that I
Of
can.
course you
I'm so
can.
confident that I can. And it's not just to reach them. As I
Yeah.
shared with you, I'm building a technology platform, which is really about creating a space where women of color can go
Yeah.
to get mentored by women that look like them, that are
Absolutely.
living their lives like a Robin Winston. She's living the dream. She's not talking about the dream. She's told you how she started the
Yeah.
dream, when she started the dream. And so I'm so honored to be able to do the work, to have you on the platform. This has just been amazing to me. So before I go on, because I'm starting to get teary eyed, so I'm gonna stop. I'm going to stop that. I'm going to say, are there any questions out there? If you're listening, please do chime in. It's a time for us to just have a conversation. Girl, it's the holidays.
It
It's Christmas time.
is.
We in the month of December. Ain't nothing but good news right now. We're
Yeah.
here to bring you love. We're here to bring you laughter and joy. And how are you going to make your next move? If you haven't thought about it, start thinking about it.
That's
Take
right.
it serious. Don't take this platform. I give this content away for free. But let me tell you something. There's a price. You guys are getting it for free. Take advantage.
Yeah.
Take
Yeah.
advantage of this, queen. If you have any questions, you have a daughter, you have nieces, you have people that want to understand how they can explore the world of journalism. We got the queen here with us today. Ask her
Absolutely.
questions, engage with her. Robin, I know something. Tell me this, girl. Okay, now we go get personal.
Uh-oh.
How do you keep that sexy figure of yours? You be looking hot. What do you do? I'm sorry, I wasn't supposed to say that, but I just did. Robin, how do you be looking fly?
Oh, you're the
Oh my
sweetest.
God. So do you have a trainer? Like, how does that work?
The only thing I do is go hiking. Now, I love to go hiking. I'm always at Mission Peak in Fremont. That is my spot. It kicks your butt. You know, it's 2,500.
Fremont?
Mission Peak in Fremont is my favorite hiking trail. 2,500 feet high. It takes me a long time to get to the top. We have to do it one day, but I usually
Okay,
do
I'd
that
love to.
every January 1st of every new year. I always hike Mission Peak because it's strenuous. It's a good hike. It's intense. But as you're going up that mountain, right, it's tough. You're like, gosh, why did I come out here? Why did I do this? You're struggling and you're straining. And then when you finally get to the top, the view, 360 views of the
I'm
Bay
going
Area.
on with
It's
you, Robin. I'm going
beautiful.
on with you.
But it's symbolic for me because you do this strenuous hike, right? And then you get to the top and then you look back at the bottom of the mountain. You can see the bay, you can see the bridges, you can see how far you've come along that strenuous hike. And so it's so important for me to do that every first day of the new year because it reminds me of the previous year, right? Every little hurdle, every little bump, every little thing that it took to get to the top of that mountain, that new year represents you finally making it to that level and looking back and appreciating all those experiences, taking that with you to continue your journey. So I do that. Yeah, I love to hike, but I know you won't find me at the gym.
Okay. Well, listen,
You won't see me working out.
I'm gonna take the hike with you on New Year's. I'm going to tell you something. I want to take the hike with you. I do work out because that's just what I do in the gym.
Mhm.
And I really do love the results when you're eating right and dieting right and doing all that. But I want to take the hike with you. And I can only contest that. I just recently in September, I did a speaking engagement for We Rock, which is an organization that puts on for VCs. And long story short, a very good friend of mine, her name is Tara. She woke me up that next morning, early in the morning, like at 5 o'clock, and we went and hiked one of the mountains. And when I tell you, we took one of the roads less traveled to go up the side of the hill. And at first I thought it was a good idea. Also, Tahoe, you're already the elevation's already, I don't know,
Yeah.
incredible. And so by the time we got to the top, I almost wanted to stop. But I couldn't because I would have fallen if I would go back. So I had to continue. But when we got to the top, she grabbed my hand and she just said, I want you to look down, and did exactly what you did. She said, and those are for all the hills we'll have to climb. And it was so exhilarating. So I really want to do that. That would be a good way to start my new year off. And I'm not really a hiker, so it will be a challenge. And I like challenges. I love challenges.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great thing to do. And it's sometimes we need those little simple reminders because sometimes we don't congratulate ourselves enough along the way. We're always focused on the long-term goal and what it is we want to do and how things aren't working out or the long path that it's taking to get there. But we don't often enough just sit down and thank ourselves. Like, how often do you thank yourself for
Right.
your journey and hanging in there and all the experiences that you've had to get yourself to that point? You
Right.
know, so we have to be appreciative of that journey and pat ourselves on the back along the way, not just when we get, to that ultimate goal, but along, you have to encourage yourself as well and appreciate yourself.
Oh
It's
my,
not going to be easy. It is not. Nobody ever said it was going to be easy.
oh my God. Tell her that I love her. Is your mom and your
I hope
dad?
she's watching.
Yeah, tell her that I love her. She
Oh.
has really raised an amazing daughter. Do you have a lot of siblings?
So I have two siblings on my dad's side. I have a big sister and a little sister. So shout out to Laura and Tiff. I'm my mom's only child.
You're your mom.
So
Okay,
yeah.
tell your mother that she and your dad did a fabulous job.
Thank you.
It's just amazing. And for all the young people, and if you're not, get your daughter on this phone. Get anybody, even if your son, if somebody wants to be a journalist,
Yeah.
get them engaged. Let them hear from this queen and what she's done to get to where she is.
Yeah.
And how she sought and mapped out her career and just decided to do it. I will be honest with you, Robin. I wish I had that. I wish I knew how to use my intuition at a very younger age. I think for me, I did what society said was the right thing to do, or my mom thought was the right thing to do. You go to school, you get an education, you get a job, and you work hard, and one day it's all going to pay off because you're going to have this really huge retirement.
Yeah.
I went to corporate America, and that wasn't my journey. Yes, I made a lot of money, but I probably was the most miserable person because I was in an environment that didn't really foster as far as I needed to grow as a Black woman within that environment. There were no role models that looked like me. There were no one that I could go to that could truly nurture Sheryl and understand the African American Black woman Sheryl, right? I had to acquiesce in the world. And over time, it really did leave me depressed. It left me sad until I went on this physical journey to transform my body, I thought, but ultimately ended up transforming my mind. And that's why I came up with this whole fit thing. And I just realized one of the things you said earlier is that a lot of times we're in our own way. And even in that scenario, when I say corporate wasn't working for me, well, if I had trusted my intuition and my mentor, Les Brown, in 2006, he told me, jump, go, you have to go use it. And I'm thinking, there is no way I'm going to jump from this job. Do you know how much it's paying me? I can't possibly think of this. And the thing about it is, it was one of the best choices I could have ever made. And to do the work I'm doing now, you have really, truly been an inspiration. That is my beautiful cousin who is I'm the godmother to her twins.
Hi, cousin.
Yeah, and Kendall and Jackson are amazing. Anyway, that's a whole nother story because my goddaughter, I looked at Instagram and she's so gorgeous. I was like, who is that? She's a teenager. Anyway, that was off the beaten path. But
no, it's okay.
Back to you, and truly, I think Gia just said it best, becoming. There's a journey that we go through, and I really just want to enlighten anybody out there, no matter where you are, you're never too old. You're never too old. You're never too old to start, even if you don't figure it out. I didn't take the jump till I was 55. I didn't take the jump until I was 55. This month, you guys, most people don't tell their age. I know women get all funny about that, but y'all, I have to tell you something.
Not when we look like we do, honey. Don't embrace it. Embrace it.
I will be 59, and I just look at it and say, you know, it is what it is. I can't make it be something that it's not, but I love every aspect about me and every aspect of the journey. I just want to continue to do it gracefully and to be my best self at every stage. And I just think it's a really, really amazing thing. But anybody who's listening, please do listen to Robin. It's a journey.
Yeah, it's a journey. Absolutely.
If you could give advice to somebody out there who's really struggling with trying to find that groove, what would you tell them, Robin?
I would say, so I'll tell my age too, since you told yours. On Sunday, this coming Sunday, I will be 41.
Oh my God, we got that just enough. Oh my God, you beautiful young thing.
Thank you. She
said she'll be 41.
41, yes, 41. And this,
happy birthday.
thank you. But I always look at December as my transition month. So in December, I'm also a year older, right? And then you have January, which is the new year. But the one thing that I've learned, and I had to teach myself this, is don't wait until you think that you have everything figured out in order to make that next move or that next transition. Don't wait until you think that you have what it takes to make the move. Go ahead and do it. Make that jump, follow your heart, get in the game, and then work on getting it right. Don't think you have to have everything figured out before you get in the game or you pursue whatever it is you're trying to pursue. Because if you wait until you think you look just right, you know what I mean? You just have the right clothes, the right amount of education, the right amount of job experience, you're connected to the right people. If you wait for all of those things, then you're going to miss your transition. Wow. The end result is you learning and picking up all these little things and gaining this stronger foundation as you are on the way. That's the purpose. So if you hold yourself back or think that you're not going to do it or you don't do it because you're waiting for something, then you're missing out. You're missing out.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I just love it. So I just yelled to my daughter to bring my cord because my battery is low. Like that's not cute. But oh my God, she just said everything. Did you hear her, you guys? Don't wait to think you have to have everything worked out. Do it now. And I think there's so much power in that because I think we're always as women, you know, when the kids go to school or when I get my first job, when I can get this, and as soon as I can pay off this bill, soon as you know the grandbaby gets, no, life is happening right now.
That's right. That's right.
That is the best advice. Yeah. Oh my God, fam, don't you just love her? Yeah. Don't you just adore her? Like, oh my God, you can thank me later. You can thank me later. Picking up that nugget, right, Tamiko?
That's right. Yes. Hey, we have to support and inspire each other. I always say, you know, I didn't get into this business or become who I am just overnight. You know, it was a transition and it took some time. You know, I learned a lot. And that has made me who I am today. I'm just a girl from Oakland, just an Oakland girl who never gave up on her dreams. And now I'm able to live, you know, my lifelong dream, but it doesn't stop here. You know, I still have some learning and some growing to do. It's all a part of the transition and us becoming who, you know, we want to be.
I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. So, Robin, so if people want to support you, are there any projects that you have coming up that you would love for us to rally behind you and support you? We are a community. I am here in any way that I can to uplift you and to have audience. If I can leverage my audience to support you in any way, please do that. And while you answer that question, I'm going to go get my cord and I'll be right back.
Absolutely. So I would say, number one, tune into the KRON 4 News. So when you wake up in the morning, turn to channel 4 so you can catch me every morning from 4 a.m. until 10 a.m. on the KRON 4 News, and follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, Facebook. It's all under Robin Winston. So I just ask that you go to those social media platforms, click that little like button, check like and follow me, and then we can stay connected and, you know, stay updated on everything that I'm doing. And if you know any young people, especially those who are in broadcasting, young ladies or young men who need some help, some guidance, maybe they want to study broadcasting or be a journalist or an anchor, whatever, send them my way. Like, have them inbox me. That's how I end up mentoring so many young people. They just reach out, they'll inbox me and they'll say, hey, you know, I have some questions about broadcasting, or I want to be an anchor or a reporter. Can you guide me along the way? And that's how I started mentoring a lot of young folks. So if you have questions about journalism, broadcasting, inbox me, follow me on Instagram, Robin Winston TV, and Facebook, Robin Winston. Easy to find. Robin Winston on all platforms, you'll find.
Robin Winston on all platforms.
And download the KRON 4 mobile app. If you don't have KRON 4 through your cable provider, just download our app and just watch us in the mornings on the news. We have weather, we have sports, we have traffic, current events. We talk about a lot of stuff and we have a lot of fun on the morning news. So turn to channel 4 when you wake up in the mornings.
KRON 4.
KRON 4, yes.
4 a.m.
Yes.
Yes, watch my girl. Watch her. Y'all set y'all alarm. Make her the reason. Video for it. TiVo. Do they still have TiVo? I think, Gia, do they still have TiVo?
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. Record it. Figure it out. Make it happen.
Yes.
You have to support this queen. And as you know, one of the things I say often is that, people, there's many different ways that you can support. And one of the most easiest ways is by liking her and following her. And,
and people don't understand. We need those likes and those follows. People don't understand how important it is. Like and I talk back, I engage, with people. I try and support my community any way that I can. But when you have a station or an individual that you liking their platform, following them on social media helps so much. Like it's little things like that. Just drop a note.
That doesn't cost you anything.
It does not.
It's a
it
like.
Does not.
Tell your friends to like it. It's not gonna hurt them. Just like it. Go ahead.
Exactly.
Tap. It's okay. Yes. Oh my God. I just have Chef Mimi say hello, ladies.
Hi, Chef Mimi. Who's one of the best chefs that I know, and I love her events that she has with all the African American caterers and wine. Yeah. Her events are amazing.
Yes, she is amazing. And that's what I'm talking about, us winning and really supporting each other and all of us that are in this game, because we're in it together, you guys. When one wins, we all win. And if I can ever give a voice or a platform or an opportunity or a lead, that's my life's purpose. It gives me great joy when I see my girls winning. I want everybody around me to win. I want everybody. My new slogan is "No Black woman will be left behind." Because I just feel that together we're just so much more valuable than we are in our own separate entities. So one of the things that you shared with us so much, and this was so amazing. I knew it would be. And Robin, I just can't thank you enough, but I want to make sure that I ask the audience again, do you guys have any questions? We have now about a good 8 minutes, and I want to make sure that I give you that opportunity to ask any questions that you might have of this amazing queen. She is doing some great things for us. As you know, we originally, Chef Mimi, we think you're amazing. We think you're a rock star. But she is already said, follow her on KRON watch her in the morning, like her page, go there right now. It's not going to take you but a second. Tag your friends, support each other. I can't tell you enough. For me, I'm trying to reach 50 million women. Subscribe to my YouTube. Go there today. I'm also on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram are my main channels, but subscribe to YouTube. We are going to hit 50 million women, and I'm going to do more work with Robin. Number one, I'm going to hike with her.
Yes.
Number two, Robin, I will go on and like and follow and make sure that I'm, also marching to my words too. I just, everything that you said has just been so phenomenal, and I just can't thank you enough. I don't know if there's anything else that you have that you want to share that I haven't asked a question. You've really tapped for me. You talked about faith. You talked about your intuition. And then most importantly, you tied it back into tenacity without effortless, just not even trying. You just automatically tapped into that. And that is truly a fit mindset. And I want to say to anybody out there, if you don't have that mindset or you need help, I have programs. Talk to Tamiko about my program. I can give you a list of other clients that I've worked with, but you need that in this 21st century more than anything. And we have to get into a mindset that I think we've been in the past, Robin, where it's like a crab in a bucket. Like there's only one person who can succeed.
Right. That
is a myth and it's a lie. It's not the truth.
No. There is enough room for everyone. And some people think, well, I have nothing special to offer because this other person is already doing that. She already has, this YouTube page, or she's already doing this, or she already has this fashion line. Never think that what you have to offer is not just as important or not welcome. You know what I mean? Like whatever it is that you're doing, go ahead and do it. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Stop looking at other folks' pages and think, well, they have 10,000 followers. I only have 50. Keep producing that content. Keep making whatever it is that you're making. Keep promoting your business, because there is something that you have that no one else has, and that's you. You know, we are all unique in so many different ways. And so we have to stop comparing ourselves to other folks or thinking that, you know, there isn't enough room for me. That's already done, been there, done that. No, there's always room for one more.
Oh my
Always.
God, Robin, you are
Always.
girl. I could just start doing the holy dance. I could do the holy dance.
That's right. Never compare yourself. That's
Palivan
right.
said, never compare yourself.
That's right.
Ever, never, ever compare yourself. And Robin, you just said a mouthful in terms of there's more than enough room for all of us.
More than enough
And I'm
room.
a firm believer, you know, I'm here to promote everybody. And I don't get, I just, a matter of fact, that whole mindset doesn't even work for me. This is, you know what? God speaks in confirmations.
That's right.
Like I'm hearing this message today, then God speaks in confirmations.
That's right.
But what is for you? I had this friend of mine, Jamaican, said to me one time, what are for you are for you. That was his grandmother used to tell him. And basically, whatever is for you is for you. No door, a man can close that door.
That's right.
When God opens the door, no man can close it. So I just say to you, keep believing in yourself. Keep believing in yourself. But you got to take a step of faith too.
That's right.
You got to take the action.
That's right.
You can't just sit back and expect things to happen. No, you know, to do the work that I do, you got to be up every day on a grind, sending those messages out. Trust and believe. It's work, but I'm passionate about it. So when I'm typing, I'm speaking to my spirit, trying to tap into yours. I don't care if you don't ever look at the picture, quite frankly. But what I do care is to get the message.
There you go.
The message is intended to inspire you. Get that, and then you got a lot.
That's right.
That's just the cherry on top. I'm just saying. That's right, Mina Palivan. Keep believing.
Keep the faith and keep. That's all we have. You know, all we have is our faith. And if we lose that, then God help us.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We have to keep the faith, even when things aren't going right. And sometimes we don't understand that continuing to push forward and continuing to have the faith is what gets us to that point. You know, what we may be doing may not necessarily lead us to what we're getting to, but it's the journey. It's the journey. You have to appreciate that journey and do not give up the faith. If I didn't have faith, I wouldn't be in this business after 17 years. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, you are amazing. And I want to say that I love you more even now than I did before. Okay, guys, could you tell if she's shy? Shy to you?
A little bit. I'm a little shy.
She is amazing. You have a voice. You have things to say, and the world needs to hear it. And I feel honored that you chose me to really be on my platform to come share with me today and to share with the world. For those of you, she's already shared how to get in touch with her. Yes. I want to say before we close out, you guys, I have allergies.
Me too. I'm right there with you.
My makeup makes me do weird things. But anyway, I want to say, just like Robin, I have some huge announcements to make. And I am so excited. I'm so excited. I can't even contain myself. But we're going to be making some announcements. Today is
Thursday, December 3rd. Yeah.
I want to say by tomorrow, but no later than Monday, we're going to be making some major announcements. I have so much that's going on in my world. And I just want to, first of all, say thank you for those of you who show up here to support me and support the people that I bring on to feed your spirit and your mind.
It means a lot.
Thank you. It means everything. Like, I can't repeat enough that Robin has already said, it doesn't cost you anything to like or subscribe to my YouTube channel. I need to reach 50 million women, and I can't do it alone. I need your help. By you subscribing, you're helping me to get there. So please do. And plus, you can listen to all the amazing speakers that I've had on and get inspired. Start listening to things that feed your spirit that are going to help you.
So
I want to encourage you to do that. I also have been sending out a newsletter. Oh my God, it has been so hot. If you're not getting a copy of it, please do. You can inbox me your email address, and I'll make sure to get you on the list. Or you can go to Sheryl Grant. Matter of fact, I'll put it in here. SherylGrant.com/connect dots. That is my technology company. And you can always log on to that. I also, and last but not least, oh my God, we have a program that we're going to be rolling out more money. We're going to be actually giving money to the chamber. So if you've been a part of the resiliency program, we got more money coming. God is just good. He is in the blessing business.
Yes, he is.
Robin, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing your
love
platform.
this
Thank you for your words of encouragement. You're just like a ray of sunshine. You have so much positive energy, and the community appreciates you. Women of color appreciate you. So thank you so much. And we need you. We need your platform. So keep doing what you're doing, because you have to be encouraged as well. You're encouraging other people and promoting other people, but you also need that positive reinforcement, right? So we're behind you as well. And we appreciate you so much. Keep doing it. Keep doing it.
You guys, thank you for being with us today.
You're welcome.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, and have a blessed, prosperous rest of the new year. And when you go on that hike in the new year, I'm going to. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. God bless. God bless.
Bye.